I was thinking, am I hung like one? And I thought, yeah.
Oh, boy, I don't mind if I do. Welcome to Talk Soup, the dirty diaper of American culture. I'm John Henson. We receive things in the mail. We all know that from time to time. People send us funny stuff. This would have to go under the scary category. I got a letter from Butch Anderson. A lot of people complain about the writing on our show. Here's a guy taking it upon himself to help out. He wants to write for us part-time. He even sent along some of his better material. This says, and I quote, "Here's some of my best work. You're more sneakier than a child molester driving an ice cream truck." Whoa. Huh? That's his best work. Says at the bottom of the page, "More of where that come from if send a check for $50. Is this guy like, is he wearing a helmet when he's writing this? That's my question. And my favorite part of the letter, right at the bottom, you got to see this. Take a look. "I have to crap." Whoa. That's how he signs off. I don't even think he means he has to go to the bathroom. He's just wherever he is, he's letting loose. That Butch Anderson. He's more sneakier than a child molester driving an ice cream truck. Coming up on today's show, Geraldo hits on Barbara Walters, making out with Vivica Fox. Plus, Jenny McCarthy cuts a rug.
All right. I'm great. Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, when you're that pretty, who needs coordination?
Yeah.
First up, time to meet a Loveline guest named Alan, whose girlfriend reeks to high heaven. Must be love because he puts up with her firing off air biscuits at the dinner table, even in front of his closest friends and relatives. Let's see if Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew have any words of encouragement for this young man.
My girlfriend who has a problem with really bad, really smelly gas, and she doesn't care when or where it comes out. To give you an example, we were at dinner one night, and the next thing I smelled in the main course was this awful smell. I get up to leave the room, and of course, everybody else smells it. They think it's me. She's laughing at the table. I go to the restroom. They think it's me with the gas problem, and she does it all the time, and she doesn't care. What do I do?
Yeah, that's rough.
Tums. Buy her some Tums.
It's refreshing that the male has to go through this for a change.
Yeah, and here's the deal. Whenever there's two people sitting around, if somebody, a third party, smells a gas, if it's a man and a woman, they're going to pin it
On the guy.
on the guy.
Yeah.
If it's a man and a child, they'll pin it on the guy. But if it's a man and a dog, they'll pin it on the dog. So I would suggest carrying a pet. I will carry a pet. I don't care who. I like one of the Gabor sisters, you know. What's that?
Every time it happens, it makes me feel less and less attracted to her, and I don't want that to happen, but she won't stop. So I don't know what to do.
Is it slipping out, or is she cocking her arm up, pulling it down, and you know what I mean?
According to Dr. Drew, passing too much gas can damage a relationship. And passing too little gas can make you look like this guy. Yeah, nobody wants that. Look at him. He's got a tight grip. Thursday on Loveline, more sex talk. Tell the world your deepest, darkest, kinkiest secrets, and don't leave out a single detail.
I got this burning sensation.
Fred! Save it for Dr. Drew, okay?
But it burns when
Fred! Carson's got a major crush on his neighbor Heidi. But does she even know he's alive? That's what Montel Williams intends to find out in the course of this highlight. Let's see if Heidi can guess the identity of the mystery man sitting right beside her.
And keeping your eyes closed, I'd like you to take a big whiff. Smell. Take another big whiff. What do you smell?
I smell roses.
You smell roses. Hold these roses for just a second. Here's a rose here, and here's another piece of rose there. Now, keep your eyes closed. Turn your head this way. Because seated right beside you is a neighbor who wanted to tell you something. Neighbor, why don't you say what you wanted to tell her with the eyes closed?
Well, I've been wanting to meet you for a while, and I came to Montel so he could help me.
Open your eyes. I'm not glad. This is probably a little bit of a shock, is it not?
Yeah.
It is? Well, you know Carson.
Uh-huh.
As a matter of fact, can I share a little thing that she had mentioned about Carson? Or maybe you should share something with Carson.
Well, I was telling the people backstage that you're the cutest guy in the apartment complex and that you're the sweetest guy I ever met.
I don't have have to do anything else.
Actually, Montel, as long as you're up, I've had this crush on Linda Evangelista. Can you help me out? Please? Please! Thursday on Montel, take a look at racism through the eyes of a teen. Some of these kids aren't old enough to drive, and already they're perpetrating hate crimes. His real name is Reginald Kenneth Dwight. Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
Kenneth Dwight?
No.
No.
Kenneth? Bob?
Pizza. Actually, it's Elton John. Or, I should say, Elton Hercules John. You see, when the celebrated singer-songwriter legally changed his popular stage moniker, he picked a rather unorthodox middle name. Here he is telling Conan O'Brien why he chose to assume the identity of a famous Greek hero.
Well, you chose Hercules.
Yeah.
And you gave yourself the name Hercules, and I'm wondering what inspired that name?
Well, basically, no one really uses their middle name, do they? I mean,
no,
not really. I mean,
I don't use mine. And
what's yours?
My real middle name is Christopher.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd be C.C. O'Brien.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Sounds like a soul star. Now with his latest single, C.C. O'Brien.
I like it.
And yours?
Actually, my full name is Paul Andrew, and I go by my middle name. So
What?
I'm the exception that proves the rule.
Yeah. Right.
I think.
Well, I just thought, you know, my original name was Reginald Kenneth Dwight, which, you know, all three of them are completely a no-no for me. I mean, it was
Three bad names.
Three bad names. I couldn't change the surname. Well, I could. I did. But, I mean...
I was going to say, yeah.
Well, Dwight in America is a Christian name, right? So, but I didn't want that either. So I thought, no, Hercules. You know, there used to be this program in England called Steptoe and Son, and the horse used to be called Hercules. So what the hell?
See, you named yourself after a television horse.
Exactly, because, you know, I was thinking, am I hung like one? And I thought, yeah.
Well, that's just too much information. Yeah. Right there. I could live a long, healthy life and never know that. Don't linger on me like I'm mulling it over. Thursday, Conan will be joined by Chef Mark Strausman. He'll be preparing one of his signature delicacies. It's like I'm just sitting there contemplating the entire idea.
Don't get Fred mad.
Nah. Still to come on this MSG-laden version of the soup, a satanic messenger makes new friends, and Jenny McCarthy shakes her groove thing. But first, baby, start your engine.
Your marks, get set, go! Go! Here we go. Come on. We have Darren Lane running full speed.
From the network that covers entertainment 24 hours a day comes a 1-hour news show bringing you the most comprehensive entertainment news every day. It's the entertainment news you want to watch when you can watch it. Every weeknight live at 6. Get the latest breaking stories from Hollywood and around the world, plus exclusive interviews with your favorite stars. E! delivers 1 hour of the best entertainment news on television. It's all the coverage you want, and now it's on when you can watch it. E! News Daily, every weeknight at 6 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
With its all-natural botanicals, organic herbs, and intoxicating scent, Claro Herbal Essences shampoo will make your hair so beautiful it will be in a class by itself.
Shame on you.
Herbal Essences,
Stealing my shampoo.
a totally organic experience.
Discover the superfoods doctors believe may prevent breast cancer while you lose 5, 10, even 20 pounds or more. You'll find them in this week's Woman's World. Also in Woman's World, real-life lottery millionaires tell you how they won. Plus, find out how to say goodbye to bad hair days for good. Treat your family to these irresistible step-by-step chocolate chip cookie bars. And discover the snacks that can boost your mood, increase your energy, and even help you beat stress. All this and more in this week's Woman's World.
So magical. So charming.
So fabulous.
So cool. So feminine.
So modern.
So playful. So unexpected.
So sexy.
So incredible. So spirited.
So daring.
So extraordinary. Renta, the new fragrance from Oscar de la Renta, available at fine stores.
Kiss me. He held her captive.
Why am I here?
To fall in love. Now, she holds the key.
There are other women where I was held, and I believe that they're still alive.
This guy's a collector. To a killer's identity.
If you want to save those women, take me with you.
When it goes down, I need this guy intact.
Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd. Kiss the Girls. Rated R. Everywhere. Friday, October 3rd.
Okay, just push start.
Turn it on.
Push, go.
Okay.
You're watching Talk Soup, a show that could change your life. Just not for the better. I'm John Henson. If broadcasting history has taught us one thing, it's that Geraldo Rivera is a big horn dog. In this highlight from The View, Geraldo reveals he was once hot for anchorwoman Barbara Walters. He was just a lowly field reporter in those days, but he couldn't help but fantasize about this attractive and mysterious older woman.
And I remember how I had this deep crush on Barbara for a couple of years there. And my dream came true when they assigned us both to cover the Panama Canal Treaty. Actually, I was there slugging away in the jungle. Barbara came in a Learjet, and the president said, "I'll see you now," or a minute ago, you know. He stopped everything he was doing, and I was kind of batting my eyes at her. And he said, "You're so cute." I have to go to the president now.
Geraldo, by the way, did cover Bernard Goetz. I didn't. Geraldo did it all. I just came along for the ride. But Geraldo was on 2020 then, and he was spectacular, and we still miss you. Nobody did the kind of gritty, strong story. His leaving the show, which is a whole other story, changed his life and made him very rich. It was the smartest thing he did. But I have to tell you, because I knew him when he was a scoundrel, and Cece worked in our show, and Cece is divine. But one of the things I always liked, and when you said today you had a crush, it's news to me, but he always made me feel, I don't know, sexy, and you know, he's much, well, a little younger than I am. And it was it's such a lovely feeling to have a man who loves women.
Geraldo recently retooled his daytime show and wrote a talk show Bill of Rights, which states, number 1, never ambush a guest. Number 2, never show a stripper unless she's really hot. And number 3, when a Nazi throws a chair at you, duck. Very simple, really. If you follow him, you'll be happy. Monday on The View, Andrew Shue will sit down for a chat. The Melrose Place star will be dropping hints about the surprises in store for his See Me series. Her name is Vivica Fox, and that just about says it all. In this highlight from the home team, Vivica talks about her role in last summer's blockbuster Independence Day. That sci-fi thriller had her paired opposite the always debonair Will Smith. The two of them had great chemistry together, especially when it came to an extended on-camera smooch. Here's Vivica telling Terry Bradshaw about that MTV award-winning kiss.
$900 million. A lot of people liked that movie, and they liked you. And you know what they really liked?
That big kiss.
That MTV gave you and Will the award for the best kiss. Tell me about this kiss.
I have to be really honest with you. We actually loaded up on a lot of Banaka, closed our eyes, and ran for each other, and just went for it. Because, believe it or not, you guys, let me tell you what happened. Jada, who's his girlfriend, but yeah, that's right, my girl too, I love her. Was there that night, and she was like, look, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna be in the trailer, but y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. And we did it. I'll be over there, I'm not gonna be watching, and we had about 3 takes, and what happens, this is a very heroic thing, you know, he comes, he finds you, you know, it's like the wind's blowing in your hair, Vivica. Go grab him, your man's made it to you, yeah.
Can we take a look at that slow-mo run in super slow-mo, please? I want to check this out again. When Terry Bradshaw comes at you with this look in his eyes, it is time to head for the hills, my friends. I understand he treated a few production assistants last week. Yeah, it took a couple hours to get them down. Thursday on the home team, meet grooming consultant Ellen Kay. She says facial warts are going to be really big this fall. Really? Facial warts? Apparently. What do I know? If this what? You heard me. If this Arthel and Fred highlight is any indication, today's daycare centers may well become tomorrow's high-stakes racetracks. I can see it now. Drunken handicappers loitering near the diaper pails, trying to decide who looks colicky and who doesn't. Forget the greyhounds and the ponies. Soon enough, the smart money's going to be riding on toddlers. Here's a look at some of the fastest kids around, scooting towards a makeshift finish line in record time.
The babies will crawl to the finish line. You can go down here, you can shake keys, you can shake cookies, anything that will make them go. All right, first baby across wins the race. Any questions? Contestants, no biting, no gouging. We've already gone over the rules.
And?
Are we ready?
We're ready. I'm going to go down here with my flag.
You got the flag. You're at the finish line. Parents, put the babies down. Come on, Kiana. It's going to be okay. On your marks, get set, go. Go. Here we go. Come on. We have here in lane one, where's Kiana? There he is. Uh-oh. Here we go. It looks like it's going to be Aiden. Here comes Kiana. It's Aiden and Kiana. Check it. That's Morgan. Morgan is coming. Look at Kiana. I thought they were the flag. Elaine said Jackson is off.
I hate to complain, but when you show any kind of race, you really should show the winner across the finish line. That's the money shot there. That's the whole point. We need to see that. Unless the fix is in, then it's a totally different story. Yeah, and then I should know for betting purposes. Thursday, Arthel and Fred will go from baby races to baby face. The singer-songwriter will be talking about the new film Soul Food. He produced it and wrote the soundtrack. Come on, babyface. Come on, babyface. We got more soup coming up, including the story of a teenage devil worshiper who thinks Satan's cool. And after the break, has D.B. Sweeney finally met his match?
Tonight on the E! Nightly Special, get ready for the best hour of entertainment on television. It starts with the freshest faces. They learn to walk the walk, then pose the pose. And when it all comes together, you don't just have a model, she's a supermodel. Join E! as we follow the girls with stars in their eyes and see who winds up with a modeling contract in her pocket in the making of a supermodel. So give us an hour, and we'll give you much more than entertainment. E!'s Nightly Special tonight at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
We've got a taste kids love. And that's why we keep popping up in kitchens across the country. Hungry Jack waffles. We even give you 4 more than the other guys. More crispy waffles with moist, tender insides. So kids get more of the waffles they love. And we keep popping up. Kids want more, we give you more. Hungry Jack waffles.
Another Nokia discovery. Small words are hard to read, which is why at Nokia we make our screens big, so they're easier to read. Inspired technology with a human touch. Nokia, connecting people.
One star lost a family. One family lost a star. It's back-to-back E! True Hollywood Stories this Sunday, beginning at 6 Eastern and Pacific, only on E!
We wanted to leave a better world for our...
Michael Jackson. Barbara Streisand. Madonna. And now, the concert event for the food generation. Emerald Live. Only on the TV Food Network. We're really cooking.
This is about the audition.
Okay. We're good to go. Rolling tape.
Hello, I'm Lynn Doyle, and this is Comcast Newsmakers.
Doing an outstanding job in this partnership with
The obvious question here is, you go...
Comcast Newsmakers with Len Doyle, a new approach to the way you watch the people who make news happen. Twice every hour, at 25 minutes past the hour, and 30 minutes later, at 55 minutes after the hour. Comcast Newsmakers, only on CNN Headline News.
Hi, I'm John Henson, star of stage, screen, and cable access. FYI, I'm about to throw a whole bunch of initials at you. First of all, his name is D.B. Sweeney. He's a regular on the new TV series C-16, which airs on ABC. In this Keenan highlight, D.B. talks about KOing fellow actor Richard Dean Anderson during a recent celebrity hockey match. Sounds A-okay to me.
I take a run at MacGyver, and, you know, we kind of got into it a little bit. It was no big deal, you know what I mean?
Did you beat him down?
You know, I'm not going to blow my own horn, but I did give him a little bit of a whooping.
Did you? I heard you got a little bit of whooping yourself.
What are you talking about?
Well, we got a little tape. He wasn't the only celebrity out there fighting.
I got your back, MacGyver. You know, there's nothing like whooping a little ass.
Well, you know, like, if you let the tape roll a little bit more, I kind of got the upper hand on Gary.
Oh, you finally get on top of Gary. Oh, okay, okay.
Gary Coleman is a bad man, you know. I mean, I don't want...
Yeah, he hits below the belt.
D.B. Sweeney, of course, was in the movies 8 Men Out and Spawn. In 1971, he hijacked a plane out of Portland, got the $200,000 in ransom, parachuted into the wilds of Washington State, and has never been seen since.
That's D.B. Cooper, not D.B. Sweeney.
What?
It's D.B. Cooper who flew out of the airplane, not D.B. Sweeney. Dork.
Okay. Thursday on Keenan, get to know the 8-man British reggae ensemble Steel Pulse. You'll have a great time, man. Swear to Ja. You heard me. Jenny McCarthy's got a new series on NBC, which means she's saying see ya to her new series on MTV. If her career moves any faster, she's going to need airbags. Or maybe that's why she's so popular in the first place. In this Tonight Show highlight, the former singled-out host talks about auditioning for the film Showgirls.
So the choreographer comes in and she says, all right, girls, you're going to have 15 minutes to memorize this dance. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm like trying to keep up with this whole audition. And I memorized it in 15 minutes.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yes, they put us in this back room. They say, we're going to call you out one by one for this, to do it in front of the producers. So I'm like the fourth girl. I go in there and they go, okay, ready, go. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm keeping up. I'm thinking I'm great. And I did it. I totally nailed it. But then they threw something at me. They go, well, now we're going to put on some different music and we want you to dance on your own. What do you mean, dance on my own? Just do your own thing. So I said, okay. So they put on some music, and I go. All right. I'm great. Uh-huh.
Very good, yeah.
And the producers looked at me like this. And I went, oh, my God, I'm so leaving. So I went to the back. So I went to the back room to the other girls. I go, you guys, I feel really stupid. I didn't know they were going to make me dance by myself. And they said, well, what did you do? So I showed them. And they go, you idiot. This is Showgirls. You were supposed to do a striptease.
What kind of a depraved fiend would want to see Jenny McCarthy strip? Yeah. Not cop to that. Thursday on The Tonight Show, get to know ER star Anthony Edwards. He won't strip for you, but these days he's showing a bit more of that scalp. Oh, I know you ladies love that. Time for one last commercial break. When we return, Donnie pledges his undying love to Satan.
Mia Farrow's real life was more dramatic than any movie. She had a brilliant career.
You couldn't get any bigger as your first big film.
Intriguing romances.
She was crazy about it. Well, he was Frank Sinatra.
And a lover who had an affair with her daughter.
The one thing I have been guilty of is falling in love with Mrs. Farrow's adult daughter.
How did one man's love lead to a mother's betrayal?
I was completely traumatized.
Mia Farrow, this Sunday at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the E! True Hollywood Story.
Thought the cold might keep him away. Think again.
This season, everyone's discovering something new in St. John's Bay. The Lodge look. Thick sweaters and hardy flannels, perfect for cozy winter weekends, and only at JCPenney.
Say, St. John's Bay always this cool? Yeah.
JCPenney, I love your style. This week, save on a large selection of St. John's Bay sweaters for him and her.
For 3 million families, bedwetting is a fact of life. But this can really help. Pull-Up's Good Nights absorbent underpants. Good Nights give kids back their confidence. They look like grown-up briefs. With such a trim fit, they practically disappear under pajamas. Until your child leaves this phase behind, good nights mean good mornings.
Excuse me. So you dropped this back there?
Where?
In Nebraska?
Lee Riveted, the new look of Lee.
So magical. So charming.
So fabulous.
So cool. So feminine.
So modern.
So playful. So unexpected.
So sexy.
So incredible. So spirited.
So daring.
So extraordinary.
So de la Renta, the new fragrance from Oscar de la Renta, available at fine stores.
Okay, guys, going out for lunch. You know the rules.
Hey, sweetie, you being good? Better be. No doggy bags for you. Oh, and Scooter, get off the counter.
Ericsson mobile phones. That's the power of voice.
Pets are so much trouble.
Huh, not my little angels.
This portion of E is brought to you by Ericsson, helping people stay in touch for over 100 years. You're watching Talk Soup. That's one strike against you. Donnie may have surrendered his immortal soul to Satan, Lord of the Underworld, but at least he's not a Hanson fan. That's got to count for something, right? Let's see what happens when Jerry Springer's audience meets this devil-worshipping teen. By the way, Donnie's the kid with the black lipstick, the dark sunglasses, and the cross painted on his forehead. Yeah, his mom's the one who doesn't look very happy.
What is it that you want to tell your mother?
I was baptized into the Satanic Church, and we have video of it. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we have a tape of that.
This is pretty scary stuff, and I want you just to watch it, and then we'll get your reaction. This is Donnie getting baptized into this satanic cult.
We're getting ready to do your baptism, but before we did, I just wanted to know, did you know that it is an eternal commitment unto Satan?
Yes, I know it's an eternal commitment unto Satan.
Hail Satan. Through this, the black flame of Satan, thou walkest in hell. The gates are flung wide, and thy passage is heralded by the deathless cries of his guardian beast. I place the amulet of Baphomet upon you.
Hail Satan.
We embrace you as our brother of the night.
Well, I think we have a possible sunglass double here. Donnie, the teenage devil worshiper, and that weird guy who hangs around the studio. Yeah. Hey, it's the Mac. But I think the weird guy worships Victim On. Ooh. Just a gut instinct. Never talk to him. Until next time, this is John Henson saying, whatever you do, please don't touch the hair.